Hey guys, Head on a Spike here with a review of a new dictionary today for you. Today I'm going to be showing you the very first version of the Marvel Dictionary that's ever been released in ever. So, LEGO has been making the visual dictionaries for a very long time. They're a great source of information and they're really fun to look at. And they almost always, come with an exclusive minifigure. Like for this one, it comes with an exclusive Iron Man, which is very cool, especially since I collect all the Iron Mans. Like, as you can see here, my amazing Hall of Armor mock I have every single one of them. And now, I have this one to add to it. As I said before, LEGO has been making these visual dictionaries for all sorts of themes for LEGO over the years. They started with Star Wars, actually, a very long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. This was the very first one ever made in 2009, and it came with an exclusive Luke. It came with the classic metal Luke. He had like the yellow jacket and the beautiful medallion print. These are great. Oh, here's my favorite set ever. These are all these books have different types of characters and sets, information, and all sorts of great stuff. Certain characters, certain affiliations. They're really great, really fun to look at. And yeah, this is the old classic one from 2009, like I said. But what I'm trying to show you, oh, there's Django, is that this book is as big as this one, width-wise, and lately, LEGO has been making these other newer ones, which are much smaller. Like this DC one, look at the size comparison, it's like way smaller, and he came with Val-Zod, that was his exclusive figure, and this Harry Potter one, which just came out a few months ago, with Rita Skeeter. It's also much smaller than this Marvel one. They've been making Star Wars ones since 2009. DC ones since like 2012. Very long time. They've been making Harry Potter ones since 2011. So they've been doing these for a long time. The craziest part is they've never done one for Marvel ever until now in 2023, which is so strange to me. And it's so bizarre that they took such a long time to make one because, you know, Marvel has been around since almost as long as Star Wars. The first Marvel set ever was technically 2003. Or was it 2002? It might have been 2002 even. The very first Spider-Man set. So I haven't even opened this yet. Remember, the trick to know if you have a good product before you buy this, always shake your book. Hear that? That means the figure is still inside and the sticker is still sealed. You always want to be sure to check that. You always want to double check that. So I'm going to reveal this very carefully. I haven't opened this yet, as you can see. So being very careful, peeling the sticker back gently. And then there's a little tab here where I will pull this forward gently and release. There we go. There's our Iron Man. There he is. All cute and cozy. So I will build him. And I have two hands this time. Oh, he is a gorgeous figure. Now I know there's a lot of conflict with having Iron Man as the exclusive figure here. And I get that because there are so many Iron Mans and there are a lot, I mean a lot of Marvel characters that we don't have, or versions of characters that we would love to have, like, you know, the Winter Soldier, Captain America would be a really cool one to have, like in like that really cool blue and like dark blue outfit instead of the red. It'd also be really cool to have, like, you know, Stan Lee, of course. So there's some conflict about why we have another Iron Man, because we have so many Iron Mans. That sticker is not sticky. It's okay. So I get that, but on the other hand, I still do love Iron Man. So yes, I would rather have a different figure, but at the same time, I'm not like too upset that it's Iron Man. So that's just kind of where I'm at. Personally, you guys can decide how you feel about it yourself. There we go. Helmet's a little bit tricky to get on. So, here's the figure. I know that's what people mostly want to see the most. It's really cool. It's got beautiful reflective paint on the eyes. This is that new version helmet that's from that just came out in the newest Iron Man Armory set. He's got a really cool torso there. I'm gonna zoom in on that. It's like kind of like a pentagon. And he's got really nice leg printing and hip printing. It's a really cool figure. I really like it. I'm not sure this is a specific mark. Because it's like Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, and so on. I'm not sure this is an actual specific armor mark from the MCU. I think this is just like a kind of a creative idea of a Iron Man. Just like a random one they wanted to make. Yeah, you can still flip it open. It's pretty cool. I like this figure a lot. Like everyone else saying, I do wish it was kind of a different character, but I still do love Iron Man, so I'm not too upset about it. Now for the book, I'm not going to go through every single page, but I will say that if you want this book, I wish you the best of luck in trying to find it, because it's really hard to find it. I called and went to several different stores to try to get a copy, and they were always sold out. Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, all of them had it sold out, so you should always call first and try to reserve a copy if you can. You might be able to call one on Amazon. Oh, there's my Jean Grey Phoenix. That's cool. I do like this chronologically, like year by year thing. That's cool. This is also a little bit. There are some inaccuracies in this book. I know other people have commented on that as well. But like the first year should be probably 2002 because that was the first Marvel set ever with Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man sets. These are pretty cool though. I'm not going to go through everything like I said before. Got a lot of cool stuff. I wish that they had more details on the older sets. That since this Spider-Man, like this Marvel dictionary has a lot of. There's been so much history with Marvel sets that it feels like it's a little bit wrong to only start at 2012 essentially, and I don't like that because there's a lot of history that happened before 2012 with all the other Spider-Man sets. Here's an Iron Man page. That's cool. I'm surprised they don't have this guy here. I know they feature him at the end of the book. I've already looked at this book myself. And they can't really have every single Iron Man ever, I guess, because it would be too long. But some of the details they have in here are cool. Some of them are inaccurate. Like there's some like dates that are wrong. Some other things. There's some like nitpicky things that other people were complaining about. I don't care too much. I'm just glad that Marvel finally has an encyclopedia because they should have had one forever ago. So I'm still happy with this book. I know a lot of people aren't, but I think it's cool. And you guys should definitely try to grab one if you can find one, because they are hard to find, which probably means this Iron Man is going to be quite expensive in the future. Don't know for sure, but oh, that's a nice figure there. I have that polybag sealed. It's a great one. There's the Iron Man Armory I was telling you about, where they first introduced these new types of helmets in this very set. Very cool. So, yeah, they got some cool stuff here. I kind of wish like they have little things. They have like some things that are almost perfect but not quite. Like if they have like a little like side note about this figure right here, saying he was like a polybag from 2015. That would be cool if they mentioned that, but they don't. I just know that for a fact because, you know, I'm a huge Lego Marvel nerd and know all these factoids and things. And, like, they give certain characters giant pages that don't exactly necessarily need them, and they have like the same figure 3 times here. Here's Miss Marvel and Miss Marvel and Miss Marvel, and they could have shown, like, you know, the newer one that just came out, or like the other one from the other Spider-Man set. There's been 2 other Miss Marvel figures now. They didn't need to have the same one 3 times, you know. Yeah, just little things like that that they could have done better with. And it's just not the exact complete facts that we would want from a Marvel encyclopedia. There's a lot of things that they did well, but more things they didn't do as well, and they could have definitely improve on. So, you know, it's still a cool book. That's my bottom line, you know. And I'm glad that I was able to find a copy. Oh, there's this Marvel. Just talking about her. See, she should have been on that Miss Marvel page. She deserves her, you know, credit on that page as well. So there's like a whole 2 pages of BrickHeadz. That's pretty crazy and kind of cool. I like how they show the Comic-Con ones here. That's kind of fun to compare them to these other ones. And like 2 whole pages of Mighty Micros, like that's a little bit much. And 2 pages of mech suits, I'm not sure they need that either. And they have 2 pages of CMFs, that's cool. But they don't have the second series, which I kind of wish they did. I mean, this book came out around the same time when the second series was released, so they could have held off a little bit longer just to have those 2 extra pages of more CMFs. So maybe for the next encyclopedia, if this one sells well, they'll do that. This is my favorite page. There's my beautiful Phoenix. There's other exclusives. There's my Iron Man I finally got, the cap. But why doesn't the cap have his shield? That's weird. And another fallacy that many superheroes today pointed out was that they mentioned that you can get these figures at promo price in the Marvel Lego Superheroes Movie Maker app. I don't think that's accurate. Neither does he. I think that's a mistake. So there's just little things in here that aren't exactly true. And this is what I was talking about. See, these Spider-Man sets, they actually came out in 2002, which was the first time. In 2003 was the original, like, ones that I have from the Spider-Man 1. But in 2002, they had, like, the very first Spider-Man set ever, which I don't have, which was, like, Green Goblin's glider and had, like, MJ in, like, this red dress. But, like, of the 3 figures, I only have 2 figures featured here on this one page. There's this random criminal dude, and then naked Norman Osborn. Like, why don't you have, like, you know, OG Spider-Man here? Or, like, you know, Doc Ock, like a great, really cool figure. Why do you have, like, these 2? It's so, like, more like the other, even Green Goblin with, like, the cool green helmet. Like, he should be featured here, you know? Like, and it's only one single measly page for my entire childhood. That made me sad. That made me very sad. That's probably my biggest complaint about this book, is that my favorite page is only 1 page. It should be like a whole chapter, I think, of the OG sets from 2002 to 2004. That would make me happy. So happy. The only other nitpicky thing is we don't need another Iron Man. As much as I love Iron Man, we don't need another Iron Man. It could have been Stan Lee. Could have been, you know, Winter Soldier, Captain America, Stealth Suit. Could have been, I don't know, you know, Colossus or Professor X, you know, Mystique, some sort of other X-Men who we don't have, you know, not another repeat character that we have 1,000 of. Those are my only complaints. I do like this section a lot. This is really cool. Seeing the whole team that makes Marvel superheroes, I think this is really fun to read. And now they talk about the Iron Man here. I like this a lot. How they talk about, they have like an interview with the actual cast of the guys and gals, or one girl, who make these sets, and they talk to each one and answer these questions about, like, what was the biggest challenge about making these sets, and how did you get this job, and you know, really cool stuff. This was really fun to read, to me at least. Seeing these prototypes of like what would be the best Iron Man helmet, I thought that was kind of cool to look at. Really, it was interesting to me. So I did enjoy this section a lot. Seeing like these like documents, these old sketches of like, this was like the superhero airport battle from 2016. They had the Civil War battle. Set 76051. It says there. I thought this was pretty cool to look at, like these early sketches of what that set was gonna be like. And there's the index, and that's about it. So, and there's a clown. So yeah, I think it's a cool book. I think you guys should get it if you like Marvel, and if you want the Iron Man especially. It's a very cool book, and I'm glad they finally made a Marvel encyclopedia. Grab one if you can. They're rare, they're hard to find, and that's going to do it for this video. Please like and subscribe to this channel if you dig this. Alrighty then. Head on a spike out.